It was a cool summer morning in Chicago. Oprah Winfrey, as always, was starting her day with a packed schedule. She had numerous meetings and charity events to attend. But that morning, a letter left on her desk completely changed the course of her day. The letter was from Emily, a woman living in a small town. Emily wrote about her missing son, Alex, and her desperate search for him over the past year. The last lines of the letter struck Oprah's heart. "Oprah, watching your show always gives me hope. If I could just get my voice heard, maybe I could find Alex. Please help us." As Oprah read the letter, she took a deep breath. Emily's story reminded her of her own struggles and perseverance. This was more than a story about a mother and her child. It was about resilience and the power of hope. Oprah decided she had to help Emily. Oprah and her team quickly made arrangements to visit Emily's small town within a few days. When they arrived at Emily's modest home, they were greeted by the sight of a worn but welcoming house. Emily stood at the door, her eyes widening in disbelief as she saw Oprah standing there. Inside the small living room, hours passed as Emily recounted every detail of the day Alex went missing. Her voice trembled as she described how he had wanted his favorite ice cream and how excited he'd been to go to the park, only to vanish moments later. Tears streamed down Emily's face. "As a mother, I feel like I failed him," she said, her voice breaking. Oprah held Emily's hands tightly and said, "You did everything you could as a mother. Now we'll tell this story to the world, and together we'll bring Alex home." On her show, Oprah shared Alex's story with the nation. Throughout the broadcast, childhood photos of Alex flashed on the screen, and excerpts from Emily's heartfelt letter were read aloud. Oprah made a passionate plea. "If you've seen Alex or know anything about his whereabouts, please contact us. Let's help bring him home." The campaign quickly gained traction on social media. Celebrities, influencers, and everyday people shared Alex's story. Hashtags were created, and fundraisers for missing children's charities were launched. In Emily's small town, volunteers combed through nearby parks and forests again, reigniting the search for Alex. His story sparked a nationwide movement. A month later, a call came through Oprah's hotline. The caller reported seeing a boy resembling Alex in a small town in Indiana. The information quickly reached Oprah's team. Oprah called Emily with the news and arranged for them to travel to Indiana together. Emily was overwhelmed with hope, but fear lingered in her mind. "What if it's not him?" she whispered to herself. When they arrived, the director of a small orphanage greeted them warmly. "A boy matching Alex's description was brought here about a year ago," the director explained. "He doesn't talk much, but he often says, 'My mom will find me.'" In a small playroom, a boy sat in the corner, quietly building with toy blocks. Emily froze when she saw him. "Could it really be him?" she whispered. The boy looked up, and their eyes met. Emily gasped. "Alex!" she cried, running toward him. Alex stared for a moment, then dropped his blocks and ran into her arms. "Mom!" he shouted, tears streaming down his face. Everyone in the room, including Oprah, was moved to tears as they witnessed the reunion. Emily held Alex tightly, whispering, "I'll never let you go again." Back home, Alex began attending therapy and slowly adjusted to his life again. Oprah's team helped set up a fund to cover his education and other needs. 1 year later, Alex appeared on Oprah's show with Emily. He said, "For a whole year, I dreamed about my mom finding me." And she did. Emily turned to Oprah with gratitude in her eyes. "You didn't just bring my son back. You brought hope back into our lives." Years later, Alex became a journalist and advocate for missing children, inspired by his own journey.